political this and political that, and they will pass through this way, and they will go to their so-called Ato chamber of blood-sucking demons, and they will decide. Then they will not pass it. Then everybody will not nonsense, Arab nonsense. Haven't we seen that Nigeria is a failed state? All these things was the narrative that they were trying to pass. Even when our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was here, even before the kidnapping of our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they came up with the idea of P2B, ignoring the fact that the facts of what we're supposed to focus on. When our leader Mazi Nnamdi, those people that are going to that gate of hell, to that pit of hell to bring message from you, that are bringing message for you. Those people, they were all here when our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu were telling us that all these political criminals, including P2B and all of them, that they are all failed, that they are not working for your interest. So what more? What else? Even if your leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu does not believe on all these criminals, then why are you people foolishly hoping, or maybe trying to project your mindset that maybe through a faulty foundation, through a fetish foundation, through a failed state like a so-called blue contraction Nigeria, that you are going to get your freedom? This is a question that we all should be asking ourselves. This is the question that we all should be asking ourselves. So we should not just be acting or pretending as if maybe we don't know what we are doing. Sometimes I don't know why it seems like maybe our people are, I don't know what is wrong with our brains, because all these whole things are very, very easy to understand. So the idea, the mindset of this politics of this whole contraction that have failed you, that have disappointed you, that have destroyed you, that have brought you to this to a condition of alamajiri. A beggar is even better than all of you, including all these portfolio criminals that call themselves Obi Kubana or whatever they call themselves. So the game plan here is that they have already succeeded in somehow penetrating the mind of some of our people, telling them that through this way or through that way, bringing out all these criminals, featuring all these criminals, before them, they will be able to get to us, somehow deceiving the people that is the way they are going to get their freedom. That is the way our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will definitely, that when they are there, that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be released. That when P2B go there, and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be released. P2B who told you that the idea of our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the idea of over 80 million of us, the idea of me and you is dead over 50 years ago, is going to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who believes in Biafra. Why P2B is in Nigeria? We should be wise. I'll read my mic here. Let someone else go. Thank you.
Tutor.
Yes,
please, can I ask this question?
Go ahead now. Who is talking, my girls?
Me. Any difference between Agbero and City Boy? Thank you.
You want me to answer, or you are throwing it for any other person to answer?
Any other person can answer, because there's no difference between City Boys and Agbero. City Boy is a big version. It's a version of Agbero. Thank you.
There is nothing that we have not seen. We have seen the worst. So that is the reason why we're supposed to be more brutal and very, very angry. And focusing on the needful, not brutal and angry and listening to gossip. Focus on the needful. The three lines that we need now is on board. Focus on your funding. Focus on your government. Focus on your defense. Then forget about all this Agbero and the City Boy. Anyhow, they let them modelize the name. All of them, they are all Agbero. Let me not just take much of our time, please. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your answer, Ben, I hope you are okay with the answer. Okay.
Yes, I'm okay. So that we can be, telling them that they are City Boy bracket Agberos. They have nothing to offer. Thank you.
Thank you, my brother. Onyenge, you have the mic. Go ahead. Thank you. Please share the space if you are just joining. Onyenge, are you there?
Very much here, man.
Okay, welcome. You have the mic.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. Good evening, dear friends. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending where you are joining the space. You see, one thing that many Biafrans fail to understand is that these people have decided and they have made up their mind to be a slave. P2B is a slave. Obi Kubana is a slave. Look at their name. Obi, Obi, Obi. Obi is a boy. And that is how they always continue to be a boy. These people does not want to grow up. I made a video where I was vesting my anger on this useless P2B. I told him that P2B can as well go as low as going to Alamajiri, Fulani, all these beggars to lie down on the ground and be eating with them. Have you ever seen P2B eat with his village people? I don't know how we get here. I don't know. I asked a question in that video. I say, is this supposed to be a punishment from God to give us all these kind of useless that call themselves politicians in our land? Because of their uselessness, because of their money monger, because of their long throat, Fulani have capitalized on their long throat and now is using them, and they prefer to eat a bone that fall down from a master's table. You are the owner of what the masters are giving you, a bone, but you prefer to eat a bone. What kind of people is this? I asked Ukokika Biama, why did you, what have we committed to allow you to give us this kind of useless people? I'm very, very angry and annoyed, to be honest. How I wish our men, our defense has what it is to just they have the enablement, as in the finance. I don't think are we not in this? Are we not in freedom fighting for God? Let our people come. Let us support and give our men, our defense. What all these things we don't suppose be. We will be talking while our men will be. These people will not have that temerity. They will not have that boldness to be making caricature of our land. Look at what these people have reduced us to nothing in the presence of Fulani. Because of the uselessness of these people. That is why you can never see any of these useless politicians in Southeast. Let me call the Southeast entirely. You can never see them condemn any atrocity, all this atrocity that has been committed by Fulanis. Shegumi will come from nowhere. Shegumi will say everything he needs to say, and nobody will cough. The useless politicians in Southeast will never ask Shegumi, why are you saying all this? And our own brother who has not said anything like this, these people went as far as going to Kenya to kidnap him. Oh God, how I wish I have extraordinary power. I am tired of talking. This freedom, this fighting, we call this thing freedom fighting. If it is freedom fighting, that means there is fight. Not only media fight, there is, oh God. You see, these people need to give. If Soludo is walking freely on Anambra, P2B is walking freely, begging Fulani, making caricature of it, they will continue be doing all these things. But had it been that one of them has paid the price of what they are doing, others is going to learn lesson. Like one idiot used to say that, don't play. If you play, you're gonna learn. They will learn. Thank you very much. I yield my mic here. These people have caused so many pain. They have reduced us to nothing in the presence of Fulani. They are the one that is making Fulani that can never in their life last 1 month with us. Fulani can never last 1 month with us. But because of this sabotaging from here and there, because of these useless politicians, Fulani now thinks that they are the all and all. They are the one who can say, and nobody can thwart it. Dear friends, we need to wake up. And Sister Tuta, I want to correct you. Obi Kubana doesn't have anybody that listening to him. He will only be listening by the gullible that he's giving money. Because most of these people, if they want to get people attention, they look at those people who are poor. And so some people that are poor, they are not ready to work. We'll be the one worshiping them. So I don't listen to any of them. No Biafra listen to them. So they don't have any follower. What they have is those that are hungry, that are following them. So Biafrans, let us wake up. Let us wake up. The time is now. You see, this is February. February is about to finish. 2026, we need to get something. We need to make sure that we get it right too. Let us wake up and do the needful. Thank you very much. I yield my mic here.
Thank you so very much, Onyengere, one of Biafra land. Yes, it's only those that are doing beggy that will fall for him. And I love the video I saw today with our mothers. They came out and said they will continue the sit at home. They were talking to Soludo. They will continue to sit at home until NNAMDI KANU, our leader, is released. I just love the positive spirit from our mothers today. Biafrans, sit at home. We are not going to trade our Onyendu with Soludo. It is not possible. Sit at home. And I've also come to realize that only 20 people have shared the space. If you have not shared the space, I will not give you mic. We have a rule in the space. As you join, share the space before you request for mic. Even though you are not on the mic, share the space so that others will see it and come. Yes, I know some of us might have forgotten. Maybe we're in a hurry. Yes, I understand. So please, my people, share the space because we will not stay here for a very long time so that others will join. They will be Biafrans. Remember, go and pay your liberation tax. Go and contact your state admin. Go to de facto Telegram group. Click there. You see a link to your own Telegram, your own admin, your state, sorry. Click and join your Telegram group. Put a message in your Telegram group. Who is the admin of this group? I want to pay my liberation tax. He or she will guide you on what you are supposed to do. Your liberation tax you have to pay before the 15th of every month. If you have not also joined the Biafra Community X handle, what are you waiting for? You can see this space is streamed from Biafra Community. How can we have millions of Biafrans, and if you go to our Biafra Community group, we are only 400 and is it 20? So please try and join the community group. You are highly welcome. Saturday is a fundraising. Don't wait till Saturday. If there will be time difference that will affect your attendance, send your money now that it is afternoon wherever you are, and keep your receipt, or you send your receipt to our information minister. He will announce for you. That is if you want your name to be announced. Our website still remains www.biafrarepublicgovernment.org. No space, all together. Thank you so much. Our brother Emeka, you have the mic. Welcome.
Oh yeah, okay, all right, thank you, and thank you, tutors, 30, and the house generally. I just want to discuss the question of the U.S. and their actions that they have taken so far and what they are doing. I want to concentrate on that. And I hope there is a channel by which they could also hear us when we are on this platform. They are taking such decisions that maybe some of us might think will be helping our cause in a special way. And to me, I have my reservations about what they are doing so far. And here is my own observation. There is a difference between, when you want to solve a problem and when you want to take care of a situation. Let me say you are holding a meeting, or you're supposed to hold a meeting, and you planned and all whatnot. Then you get into the meeting and the whole people you invited are there. And your man starts switching on all the ACs and one of them fails to work. Well, if that facility management is under you, you could easily say, okay, let me solve the problem. You order a new AC and assemble and just install it there. And oh yeah, the whole place becomes cool. And to some people, or most people, they would think the person has solved the problem. But to us, the person hasn't solved the problem. Because you see, that you should be asking yourself, why did that happen? Yanking off one AC and buying a new one you have only taken care of the situation. You haven't solved the problem at all. You should ask yourself why that had to happen. That is how to solve a problem. Or somehow, maybe you are supposed to enter into a house, park into a new house, and by the time you got there, the person brought you inside that place and you find that there's a human stool smelling all over the place, and you just come and pack the human stool and throw it away. Some people will say you've solved the problem. You've not solved the problem, because there was a reason for which that thing was found there at that particular time. Or someone is sick and he's maybe feverish, and what you go about doing is you buy a drug, buy paracetamol or something and give to the person. You think you have treated the illness. You have not. You have only taken care of a situation. You have taken care of the symptoms. And that is what they are doing by all this military strike, bomb here, do that, pursue this. Those things are never going to solve the problem. For me, yes.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
Yeah, please, we are to assess what the US is doing. I'm so sorry. That is not the topic. We are not going to assess what they are doing. Yeah, whether it is going to yield fruit or not, that is their own template and their own policy. So please let us not go into that and see, try like as if we are assessing what they're doing, if it is fruitful or not. That is not our business. We are focusing on the topic and what we should do for our Biafrans to come together and fund their freedom. They've decided to use any model or format that they want that is suitable for them. So please, if you don't mind, let's focus on the topic and leave the assessment and how they are operating for them to decide. Please, thank you so much. Are you there?
Yeah, Emeka, you can unmute yourself, please.
Okay, yes, I'm unmuted now. So why I just wanted to talk about that was because he mentioned Kwakwanso and all those decisions about Kwakwanso and all those things. Then I was thinking, what is it to us? How are we going to rejoice over it? What effect is it going to have on us, with those who are living at home or for the Biafran cause? If you had not gone that way, I wouldn't have said anything about it. But I have mentioned, and I just want to let's forget about the US, but I want Biafrans to address their minds to this thing, and for Nigerians to also know this same thing. See, the Fulani can attack us, the Fulani can attack Christians, and they can overtake anybody and grab any land simply because this is Nigeria. And if they don't see Christians, they will not kill them. If they don't have access to where the Christians are, they will not attack them. This is the crux of the matter. Now, for Fulani, no matter whether they got their sponsorship from anywhere, for them to go to any place and attack Christians, it is because they have access to that place. And if they don't see Christians, they will not kill them. If you look at the north, for instance, where they have the majority are Muslims, anybody can say anything, but I have lived there and I can go there even if I want to go now. I'm always there already. I know what the population is like. If you have a place where you have about 70% to 80% belonging to one particular group and 20% belonging to another, and when there is any kind of killing, you find that the ones killed in the majority are the one that has the smaller population. Meanwhile, the one that is in the majority is less. Then it is very simple that attack is tailored. It's a very simple thing. And now, if you want to stop that, there is a very simple thing to do, is to make sure that they don't get there, they don't go there, they don't have connections with them. So if we want to be free, whether as Biafrans or now that the pressure is coming to the Yoruba land, the question to ask is, how can we stop them from accessing us? And it's a very simple thing. If we are not in the same country with them, they cannot access us. If the Christians are not in the same place with them and being a threat to them because they see them every day, they will not kill them, they will not attack them. There are Christians in Niger Republic, in Chad Republic, there are evangelicals I know there because I was helping some Reverend Fathers who were there. There are Christians in Senegal, in Guinea, and all those places. But because the population is insignificant to influence them, they cannot attack them. Now, in Nigeria, there are Christians among them. And because they see them as a threat, they see them as another civilization, so they will attack them. That is what is happening. So if we want to solve this problem, it's a question of separating them completely from where Christians are. They have their majority areas. If they are in their majority areas, there is another area which they can share 50-50 or a bit. The Christians can be on the majority. They will not attack them. As for the East, we who are in Biafra, they have no stand there. So people will be free. But if we continue to stay in the same place, certainly this thing will continue to happen. In Guinea, for instance, where they are the highest number of Fulanis, they are almost 40% there. In Mauritania, they are 30%. In Senegal, they are 25%. In Mali, they are 16%. In Niger, they are about 7%. In those places, this is not happening. What is special about the Nigerian case? What is special? What is special is that they are in the majority in a particular area, and they claim majority in Nigeria, and the Christians are before them, so they will think about that. And because there is something to also look for, which is the resources, the oil that they are coming for. So if somebody wants actually to save anybody, the thing is to make sure that they don't get to those areas, that they are completely separated to their own corner and they cannot come back to this place. Because if the generations now are wiped out, another generation should come up and this thing will continue to happen. That is basically what I wanted to say. And now I'm telling Biafrans generally, you don't have to be afraid or to think that anybody is going to save you. I am telling you this authoritatively. There is no need to put hope on anybody or any force. This thing is going to happen. Nigeria is going to split. And when it does, there will be no hand in any place holding the Biafrans to ransom by any means. We are going to be free by our own hands and without anybody's support. We can keep doing what we are doing, is okay, but it is going to happen. And I'm assuring you, there will be no encumbrances on us when it happens, because everybody is going to leave us alone. But then we have to keep faith, because this thing is going to happen by the pressure that is going to increase from these people going forward. They are not going to step back. I am telling you, they will not step back. And that their forward movement is what is going to help us to achieve this. And as they are moving forward, then what do we need to do to defend ourselves? Defend ourselves and ourselves alone. And not care about defending anybody, because no matter what you do, they will come at us and they will come to our borders. And that is when it will happen. We need to have our borders strongly guarded. We need to have adequate protection by ourselves, not by anybody, because nobody is going to protect us. We have to do our best to make sure we have enough defense. I have spoken to Totti. I have written so many times. I have spoken in this place, and people don't seem to understand. Now, since you want me to say it in a very plain way that you will understand, let me put it this way. There are people who, by their status, by their positions, by their exposures, and their presence in those areas where these people are going to easily pick them up, will not be able to do anything. If these people are able, there is no intermediate bank that you're going to use for anything that people will not see you. I'm telling you this, no matter who you are, those banks are there when you do, and the Nigerians are unscrupulous. You could see the manner in which the idiot that read the sentence, or whatever he called it, I don't think it is, I don't call it sentence, it is just some kind of rascality of maybe one Agboro from Oshodi coming into the court and reading something and say he was sentencing NNAMDI KANU. That wasn't any judgment, it wasn't sentencing, it was just some kind of rascal statements. But because they have the army and whoever to enforce it, they say they are sentenced him. That they can do anytime to anybody. This Obi Kubana you are talking about, remember, they first had to touch him. They destroyed one of his buildings in Abuja. That is what they will do. So if anybody is exposed and is capable of supporting us to be able to defend ourselves in the future, because it is going to happen, we will need to provide the channel, the appropriate channel of safety for those people. Now, since it seems like I've been speaking in tongue, Emeka Oragu or so is doing something there on that platform. If somebody goes to a platform to buy anything, whether it is food, whether it's music, whether it's a writing, whether it's a story or anything, that cannot incriminate the person in any way. So try to use that very platform. I want Emeka to present the kind of things that people can buy. It could be literature, it could be anything, so that people will feel comfortable buying those things. Buying those things, they are not buying because they need those things. They are paying for those things because it is a means by which they can contribute. So you make it easier for those who feel like endangered in contributing to use that avenue to pay. I have said it in different ways. I have spoken in tongues over and over again, and it seems like I have to say it in the open for the enemies to hear now. That is what I am telling you. I've been saying it again and again. Put those kind of things that you know are there. People will go there and buy those things. They don't need them. They just want to make a contribution. They will use that avenue. Since I've been dragged to say this way, then I have spoken on. That is just what I want to say. Thank you very much. Mine is just to make an advice.
Wow, thank you, our brother, Lecturer Emeka. Where have you been? It's been long. We've not seen you in this space. Yeah, it's a very good suggestion that you have given, and I believe that our brother Emeka will work on it. You have a point, because it's not all about talking. We have to devise many strategies on how we can raise funds to support our freedom. And what you said initially is very correct. I remember that time when I was small. You know, if you go to someone's house when they did not invite you and they insult you, the first thing you say will be, yes, you are insulting me because you've seen me in your house. Exactly what you are saying. The only solution which we have been saying is to separate the Christians from the Muslim. Yeah, that would be a lasting solution for peace to reign and for Christians to be alive. Because if we are separated, We face our own business, they face their own business. As our Prime Minister used to say, we are not stopping anyone from practicing Sharia or whatever religion, but don't try to force us to follow you and join and practice your Sharia. We are not interested. Yeah, thank you so much for your submission. This should be, I don't know where my co-hosts are, maybe they're in the other room. So thank you so much, Brother Emeka. Uh, Rastaman, do you mind I give to our MID, or are you in a hurry? Okay, thank you so much.
What do you mean
European
by
Rep MID, you have the mic. Welcome, sir. Please share the space as you are joining, Biko.
If you can watch him from Facebook, what do
European
you
Rep,
mean
are
by
you
that
there?
comment? Before Mpiawagazo from
Yeah,
here.
I'm here.
Go to your
Okay, you have the mic, sir. Please. Thank you so much, Rastaman.
Yeah, thank you, Rastaman. Just Selassie,
your useless mama or your useless
freedom of
papa
Biafra is sacrosanct. What you call sancta sanctorum. You're welcome, all Biafrans. This evening, Mr. Storm. Storm means Egbigwe. Eze bina Biafra, nke izizi. Onye Juwa, naanị ya bụ Jizọs. Afri Dominum, Mertecam, Nwada Eunice, Our Lady with the Stella, Papando, Emenike. Yes, and we have Nikolova. Onye one of Biafra. Yes, we have Emeka Socrates. This in a Chared. We have Honorable Ben Wabo. And there are Jojo Nke Biafra. Honorable Totiville. And everybody here present, especially the anchor of the program. I want to stand on the existing protocol, thereby aligning myself with the demand that our brother Emeka Socrates asked. He said about Kwankwasu. So our people need to understand that this is this. Before, Kwankwasu was not named, but there is something behind the name Kwankwasu. Kwankwasu is a Fulani man, but why is it that a Fulani man comes to have a name that is very similar to indigenous African? You know, when you say Kwankwasu, what is the meaning of Kwankwasu? Kwankwasu, K-W-A-N-K-W-A-S-O, Kwankwasu. Where does that name come from? I'm saying this because of our brother Emeka Socrates. Very intellectual question. Where does Fulani grab the name Kwankwasu? It's not a Fulani name. But that name came from somewhere. Now, the origin of Kwankwasu is what we're supposed to understand as we are talking about Kwankwasu. That is not the original name of his. Maybe behind the scene there is another name that is being called. But I remember when Louis Ojukwu made a very, very tremendous realization in the northern part of the zoo. And there are other people that came alongside with Louis Ojukwu. And it's like Okonkwo. Okonkwo is a name or a surname. But if you want to recognize your business, you want to register it as either individual or a corporate, you have to say, this is what my company is called. I talk about Okonkwo Limited by then. And the people loved this man very well. Because of that, some people were giving their children the name of Okonkwo. That is where Kwankwaso came from. Some people cannot pronounce Okonkwo very well. That is the meaning of Kwankwaso has to do with Okonkwo and Sons Limited. So that does not mean that a Fulani man is not a Fulani man. A Fulani man is a terrorist per sempre. Per sempre means forever. A Fulani man is a Fulani. Even if you take the baptismal name of John, Fulani man is a terrorist because they are the Flua movement. Lamido Sanusi, Lamido is a terrorist. And the other one that is called Satan of Sokoto is a terrorist. Even if you like, call yourself Okonkwo Nigeria Limited or Kwankwaso, you're always a terrorist. That's why America. Okay, NKERE. Just calm down. Calm down. People that went to school understand what is happening. There's some people that don't understand the meaning of Kwankwaso etymologically. It means the imitation of a name that doesn't belong to Fulani, but a name that belongs to Ndi Igbo. But he is mimicking, and he's telling you now, even if he's called Kwankwaso for people, they thought that Kwankwaso is Igbo man. Then he tried to tell you that it's not Igbo man, or it's not Okonkwo Nigeria Limited, or Okonkwo and Sons Limited, as at the time of Louis Ojukwu. But he is a terrorist. That's why the Americans decoded him. He's in the Wikipedia of America now. Many other people are coming. They are still coming. That's why I wanted to respond to Mika Socrates, so that he will understand that when they malo that thing and they cook. So it is left for our people. Whether you are rich or you are poor, you are a pastor, you are a reverend father. One, they support BRGIE. I'm speaking in African language. Under NKERE, not illegitimate BRGIE. BRGIE under Ogechukwu NKERE is the one that God Almighty from the heavens, through Ojukwu, through NNAMDI, through Simon Ekpa, through Ogechukwu NKERE, his person, and through the humongous BRGIE, brought in the light of the rising sun, so that our people will, in line with international community and with the United States of America, will liberate Biafra per sempre. That is how it is. If Kwankwaso forgot the reason why his father named him Kwankwaso, and he's going back as a Fulani, that one does not concern academic kindness. But the one that is important is that Kwankwaso is the imitation of the likeness of Igbo. Yes, that is a developer from the east to the west and to the north. That is the meaning of Kwankwaso. And we as Biafrans must resist and make sure that we cooperate in line with America. We cooperate with America to make sure that we liberate ourselves, and the information we're giving to our brothers and sisters in the north is that the only solution for Nigeria is disintegration. Nigeria should be divided into more than 6 states so that everybody will be empowered. When you have your military, even if your country is as big as a local government area, one day, my brother, you can, when you have military mind, you can secure your territory. Christians in the north, you can secure your territory. You can have alliance with Biafra, just like what our leaders said. You can have alliance with Oduduwa Republic. You can have alliance with AES, Alliance for the Sahel States, people that reason like you. So you should not be saying that Nigeria must become one because you are afraid if they divide Nigeria, the terrorists will come and bomb you. I'm not saying you're Nyara, but I'm saying, what does the terrorists use to invade you? Is it not arms? Do they use prayer to invade you? One day you must arm yourself and understand the formula. You must understand what made the family of Kwankwaso to choose the name of an Igbo man, Okonkwo and Sons Limited. Kwankwaso, that's the meaning of Kwankwaso. Ask him, he cannot explain above what I'm saying now. Learn what is needed to be done for the liberation of your people, for what you're saying to come to the light of the sun. and do exactly that. Don't waste your time praying. Whereas you need action. So thank you, my brother. I don't want to waste our time for this time around, but I wanted a Socrates to understand that, look, what you saw and what you wish to happen is what we are saying. Let our people come together under this umbrella. Do not waste your time thinking that in one way or the other, Nigeria will be better. Nigeria does not exist. It is not our indigenous. It is not Bia. It is not Zo. It is not Wa. It is another thing. Every country in this world, when it is created, there is a traditional meaning of the word, like the Spain, Spanish, España, okay? Spaniard, it has to do with the Spaniard, Spanish people. When you say Nigeria, Nigeria has nothing to do with Wa, it has nothing to do with Zo, it has nothing to do with Bia, it has nothing to do with Hausa, neither has it to do with Yoruba or Igbo. So it has to do with the colonial master. So anybody that is truthful to him or herself will understand that there is no need to be supporting something that your forefathers did not create, but to support the truth at the same arco temporalis. So thank you. Let me use my mic for this time around. God bless our people, and God bless NNAMDI KANU, Gechukwu NKERE, Simon Ekpa, BRGI, the Biafrans, the soldiers, children that have been massacred in the genocidal war. We are going to make Biafra to come to fruition. America is already there. The international community is already there, so that their labors shall never be in vain, for they our heroes. I yield my mic. God bless you.
In secularum. Thank you so much, MID.
We are going to do wonders.
Just few seconds, Rastaman.
I want you all to understand that we are in a very big battle. Battle for freedom is not for little-livered people. It's not for kids. Battle for freedom, they throw bombs, rockets for people to get freedom. So freedom is not meant for people that are too emotional. It's not meant for people that somebody will talk this and talk that and then begin to shiver. No. I am born for Biafra to come. And I'm going to help NNAMDI KANU to get Biafra.
You say,
are
you born for Biafra?
I want to assure Biafrans, so long as you continue to stand on your freedom, I will be there for you. So long as you continue to maintain that you have a right to live, I, Simon Ekpa, will be there any day, anytime.
Rastaman, you have the mic. Yeah, when you finish, I'll go to the next session. Welcome, the Rastaman.
Everlasting minds of makeup, ever building up love, not break up. Biafra, good love, who can see that must wake up? Self-perpetuating a good love, you choose up, not picked up. I gonna love you with all my mind, Biafra. Yeah. Love you beyond, I say, end of time. Thank you very much, my dear tutors, Talk TV, Benowabo, everybody, Socrates, His Academic Highness, Eunice, you name you from me, from my voice. And I say greetings to Biafra Republic Government in Exile. Salute my Prime Minister, Ogechukwu NKERE. Salute to my ex-Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa, who just followed to help his master, NNAMDI KANU, catching the same badge of honor the same time. This is how he joined him. And we are telling him that the same thing, that legal entity that they want to stop in stopping them. This is what we are talking. This is what he's calling from Washington, D.C. Calling everybody, say, NNAMDI KANU's flag is here. NNAMDI KANU's work, all his efforts, the fruit of it is here, speaking for the people. You wonder how most of the people on the internet today, I was trying to take the letter and be posting it to some comments where they are talking about Biafran thing or what is happening, even those who are pro. Why are you not posting this? Look at the trigger to the bullet you see when you see the hands and the feet that are coming to that contraption to go to at least responding. Yes, as responding. So it is the strength and the effort that this man put inside. And his freedom is in our hand who are outside. He said it again and again. If you see, look for him, you don't see him. Just imagine how it happened with remember how Amazonians, when they stopped their leader, how they focus, because it's always that thing that they make, that caused the thing. You know, so this is one thing, my people. And sometimes in this democratic world, things have their steps, you know. We know where everything is going to end up. I say when Mecca Socrates was, I saw him, I say, hey, one wise man, they here to speak. He don't the way me, I know see him. And when the man they deliver well, they make connection, and they clear, the man name not digital, you know. So this is why I say everlasting minds of makeup, that is the mind of the maker. So I'm celebrating all of you that are here doing this thing. I know the worth of what you are doing. So, and the thing we have also is patience and endurance. This is why we even exaggerate the time it will take. To show say we know they turn back, we're determined. And the faster we come together, all our people, to understand this simple thing, the easier it will go for us. If now whether we will get, as that the man don't talk and say it don't they go down already. Say whether the thing go split or not go. He say it don't split already. But the thing will go full on. And talk about this the thing, the Islamic thing is jihad definitely, but is this Fulanis are taking the jihad in their own name first. They use it's like the Fulani first, you know, somehow. You know, because it has to do with them to have a place where they won't dominate, because all these countries, they kind of minority, they don't beat them well. So the best opportunity for them, and even as NNAMDI KANU said it, was now they want to have a country of their own. This is why one of them was saying they planning from everywhere is a Nigerian. You know, see that kind of madness? And if they succeed in the same stupid idea that will not allow them to succeed, then will come finally give the place their own name. This is their plans. So, and thank you, MID, for the Kwankwaso thing. The very first time I had Kwankwaso name, it was from NNAMDI KANU's mouth. He said, either they sodomize the Hitler of Iwacha Wike. That was when I first heard the name of the man. You know, and when I heard the name, I was like, Kwankwaso. I didn't even think, I was like, because he said in the north, I was thinking, I couldn't associate the name with the north, you know. So nothing ever, I never went to research about it, but whenever, initially, when I heard it first, I was like, you know, so I check them. I don't understand them. So anyway, long story short, when you come begin to mention this thing, you just come the adult for me. You come the adult, and me where we say I've been there for not. So I can imagine sometimes where they know if you pronounce some things from our language, like Inyamiri and things like this, which is Yamiri, and with Ikwankwa and all those things. I think they actually it sounds very, very plausible. Give thanks for that. So my people, I see these guys, what do they call them? Kubana chief priest, Biafrans, make una wise well. Now, people will be saying that they go, they kneel down to the terrorist Boko Haram founder. Everybody knows this. And Biafrans, people know, but I know say na fear because you know say they are terrorists. This is why you're trying to keep yourself. But if we all can't keep ourselves, then we'll still reach you. Then we only take them small, they do a small till they reach you. You, all of you know that is a terrorist state. If this guy tell you the story where they get behind, all these people where they collect them, not that they don't know. Somebody was even mentioning they could even ask these people to bring NNAMDI KANU matter. Man, where they kneel down to personally won't suggest, they know say they don't even dare to talk. Instead, they will give them command, watching they demoralize our people, make they do things to come out our people mind from NNAMDI KANU. So they go in there as slaves, and each and every one of them is slave. So, and according to Islam, infidels are not allowed to rule them where they have the upper hand. You know, and of course they are not loyal to the normal court system, only to Sharia. They deceive people with other things, but with now NNAMDI KANU case and everything, is Sharia that was dictating to the people, the one who pronounced it, as my brother said, it's not sentencing, it's illegal sentencing. So everybody should wake up. Ogechukwu NKERE is the man that is triggering the thing. Go to our website, see the documents there. Of course, people will talk against him. Who didn't they talk against? Is it NNAMDI KANU? No. Is it Simon Ekpa? No. Is it not Ojukwu? No. Is it Yeshua HaMashiach, Jesus Christ? No. Is it even God? There is no, if they mock God himself, who are you? And when you are doing the right thing, things like this must come, but everybody must wake up. Jihad is not a joke. I'm talking about the sit at home. My people will remember. This is a very big language. If you know that affect them, they're not going to talk about it. I know one day too long for this thing, but I just want to say that we fit determine to rule ourselves as with markets and other businesses. It is bad enough, say them no like us. But even about the past, if we hate ourselves, fool me once, fool me twice, can't fool me thrice, Britain Fulani have fooled us severally. Now freedom is our only salary. Yeah. Ghost town. Ghost Monday, NNAMDI KANU's day. Show the world you are not under bondage. Is our freedom day. Mind is sound and brave. As a Biafran, we are no slave. Ghost town. Ghost Mondays. I say show the world, yes, because we are not under bondage. I'm saying, say, demonstrate it, my people. Stop the injustice and the evil. See, say them no like us. Say that we be infidel, but our papa name is Emmanuel. I say free Mazen NNAMDI KANU Wachineke. Yes, Simon and Hamadike. Because Fulani's impunity and the lawlessness. Violations of court orders cause you are so lawless. Abduction and torture is Nigerian government culture, using their governors to capture us. They are revenants or vultures. Ghost town is important in NNAMDI KANU's day. Show the world that you are not under bondage. Give them Ghost Monday, cause your mind is so sound. My people, you are so brave. See me now, hear me now, listen good. Show me the law of extraordinary rendition. Show me the law for illegal trials. Show me the law for extrajudicial killings. Show me the law for illegal sentencing. Anything you doing that is hated by the zoo, that is what you need to do. But whatever the zoo want you to do is definitely not good for you. Does the zoo like this? Sit at home. Zoo soldiers burning your market and home. Herdsmen cattle grazing on your crops as they roam. Uprooting yam and cassava, maize field gets combed. So can't be comfortable. Jihad, I say, is not a favor. Now we are willing and able. Leave the damnable zoo. Yes, no, sister at home won't stop because it's your language that is speaking your mind. Because all these governors, they don't speak when the Fulani come to massacre you. So, but this person inside told you that they are coming to annihilate you, make you to wipe you out of this world, all of you. Every Fulani thinks how to conquer all of you as a whole, but they want to divide you in small tiny families, so that everybody will say, my words, we want to suppress others. So, my people, Ghost Town, Ghost Monday, NNAMDI KANU's, they just show the world that you are not under bondage. Your mind is sound and you are brave. Biafrans, we are no slave. Blessed Lord, thank you to us and thank you each and every one in the house. Biafra is the light. Rastafari love.
The Rastaman.
Gracias is the Lord Almighty. Hey. Is the
Hey,
Lord Almighty. Hey. Is the Lord Almighty. Hey. Ghost Town is a ghost Monday. BRGIE is the commander of the most angels in the host. Thanks you, gratia Rastafari. I hit my mic. Gracias.
in secular seculorum. Hey yo, Michael. Hallelujah. Hey, Biafrans are so talented. My God, it don't happen. Let me play this one before I go to the next one. And then we'll wrap it up from there. Hold on. Let me just play this thing so that it will charge those that are jealous of Briggy just a little.
Diplomatic recognition, and even future military and oil agreements. So what's really at stake in this foreign lobbying battle, and how could it shape Nigeria's security, sovereignty, and international standing? Well, for more on this, I'm joined now on the line from London by Patrick Smith, Editor-in-Chief of Africa Confidential, and is also Editor-in-Chief of the Africa Report, a monthly African politics and business magazine. Patrick, thank you very much indeed for joining us. You're a very busy man, so we appreciate your taking the time to talk to us, and a very happy new year to you. And your reporting suggests Nigeria's security crisis is now being fought not just at home, but in Washington. I mean, how unusual is it for an internal African security issue to escalate to this level of what I might call U.S. lobbying warfare?
Now we do
greetings, Charles, and Happy New Year to you and all your viewers. It's actually par for the course within the American system. The lobbying issue, the lobbying operations in the US are very much part of the political bargaining system there. You know, for example, I can give you the case of a senior State Department official who was backing the UNITA separatist movement in Angola under Jonas Savimbi. You remember way back in the 1980s, the CIA was backing Jonas Savimbi. Then the MPLA won the elections in 1992. This guy left the State Department, set up a lobbying firm, and then started backing the MPLA. and who was paid $1 million a year to run a website for the MPLA, and that's often the case. And I think the problem with this lobbying business is it's a sort of privatization of diplomacy, and it downgrades the real decision makers and the state, and it downgrades accountability. And I think that came out very strongly when US President Trump made his threats about going into Nigeria guns a-blazing, and suddenly the government in Abuja had to react really quickly, appoint ambassadors, not just to the US and UK, but several other countries, and then start this kind of negotiation with the US officials.
So, I mean, I lost you there for a minute, but what specifically triggered the sudden scramble for influence in Washington? Was it President Trump's comments or something deeper that's been building for years?
I think it was manifold, Charles. I think it was, first of all, the threat of the US deciding to make Nigeria a target and threatening military action. And I think there are also bad memories among the Tinubu loyalists of what happened 10 years ago under President Goodluck Jonathan, when the kidnapping of the Chibok girls became an international cause célèbre. And in the lights of many at the time, that was one of the government's failures on that, was one of the reasons why Goodluck Jonathan lost that election against Muhammadu Buhari. And I think the Tinubu campaign team saw that coming down the road and thought, we must move really fast on this. So I think on that score, it had an effect. And I think also, as you said in your intro, you've had this long-running lobbying campaign by the Biafran lobbyists demanding action because Christians are being targeted in Nigeria, because that's its sort of core element. It's got quite a lot of traction with the religious right in the US, and that's really helped it in terms of
the Biafran lobbyist, the Biafra Republic government in exile lobbyist. It is that lobbyist that has brought out Ralimo for this bill, and it happened under the leadership of His Excellency Ogechukwu Nkere.
Of getting that profile. So I think that the Tinubu administration thought we must counter this. We must counter it, both what's happening in the Trump administration, and we must counter the narrative of the Biafran secessionists.
And of course, as you said, Patrick, claims of a Christian genocide have been...
So the lobbying is all about countering the efforts of the Biafra Republic government in exile lobbyists. All the millions of dollars that they are spending is to counter our effort. But unfortunately, it has turned out to be a blessing for us, not the type of blessing of Remio, no. Because they couldn't succeed. Why am I playing this? Because of the next session I want to talk about. Those that want to put our freedom or channel our freedom on an individual. That we are now a government creating impact in Washington, D.C. And that is the reason why you have seen this bill now presented by Ralimo. It was Ted Cruz that started it, and it's now called a companion of it. No other government. You did not hear Emma, you did not hear Choma, you did not hear Ngozi. Stop allowing these people to deceive you. You did not hear anything that has to do with DOS or POS or whatever they call themselves. The only legitimate government leading and speaking and creating awareness. If you go back and listen to the program or interview of Chris Smith, you will hear him say that Nigeria has been hiding the genocide going on using pastors, people that will come and rebrand themselves as pastor wife or pastors, telling them that everything is well in Nigeria, until the Biafra Republic government in exile came up and said, no, it is not the way they are telling you that it is. This is the reality of things on the ground. And Raleigh Moore said, okay, let me come to Nigeria and see things for myself. Despite seeing all the evidence and all the testimonies anytime they hold congressional hearing on the persecution of Christians in Nigeria, our lobbies did not just make one effort. They have been consistent in what they are doing. So that is the reason why the Nigerian terrorist government are paying millions and millions of dollars to hide the genocide going on in Nigeria. And the last card they played was to say Remy, who even went there and disgraced herself the more, thinking that Donald Trump recognized her, not knowing that Donald Trump was mocking her.
Gaining traction in US political circles. I mean, from your investigations, how accurate or misleading is that framing of Nigeria's security crisis?
Well, everyone we've spoken to, including people in the US, but I mean, the most authoritative sources are obviously going to be coming from civic groups in Nigeria. And the view we've been getting is that there's a major security crisis in Nigeria. And I think the ACLED security trackers have said over 10,000 people were killed in violent attacks last year, which is a kind of low-level conflict level. I mean, if you think about the number of people that have been killed in Ukraine or Sudan, you know, you're heading up to those sorts of figures. But that is across the board. That is Muslims, that is Christians, that is people of other faiths, and indeed atheists. I mean, every person, every citizen could be subjected to this violence. And I think that's...
For him to undermine the number of Christians that have been killed, you know, he has to say like this because he's a Britain person. And they can never tell you the truth. But that is not where I'm going. I'll soon end this so that we continue with the space.
The point that it's not a targeted against one particular faith. Everyone is tied up in it, and I think it's had more resonance, shall we say, in the US, where the religious right and the Christian lobby groups are extremely powerful, and that's why it seems to have taken flight as a kind of propaganda meme that's gone out and it's pushed the government into acting.
Mm-hmm.
I was just going to, I mean, you've kind of answered the next question I was going to ask you, which is why has this narrative resonated so strongly in parts of the American political system, particularly among sort of conservatives and evangelical audiences? So let me move on from that, because your newsletter, Africa Confidential, and as we've been discussing here, reports that the Tinubu administration has signed an expensive contract with a Republican-linked lobbying firm. I mean, what exactly is Nigeria trying to influence in Washington? Is it policy? Is it perception? Is it protection from sanctions? I know you sort of touched on it briefly, but if you could expand on that a bit.
I think that's that's the nub of the issue, Charles. Why so much money and why now? Because after President Trump made his statement, then National Security Advisor Nuhu Ribadu went to Washington with his intelligence staffers, and they met Pete Hegseth and the U.S. Chairman of the Chiefs of Staff. They had a very high-level meeting 3 weeks after Trump's statement, and then they got into these negotiations about what security help Nigeria could get from the US, and it's nothing to do with lobbying, and that's what's a bit of a puzzle. Ribadu didn't need a lobbyist to open the door to meet Hegseth. He organized that through Nigeria's diplomatic channels. And a lot of people I've spoken to on the Nigerian side and the US side say, there's a number of extremely talented diplomats within the Nigerian system. And they're the people that should be called into action on this because they have a lot more credibility. They come from the country, they speak the languages, they know the issues, they know the political nuances in all this. And they would be far more effective than engaging foreign lobbyists. The lobbyists are going to do, a bunch of things, but the main thing they're going to do is open a door to meet the top American officials. But it seems that Ribadu was able to do that without hiring a lobbyist at the time.
So, in that regard, does this kind of lobbying signal diplomatic weakness, or is it simply the reality of sort of modern international politics?
It's something everyone is doing. I mean, that is states across Latin America, states across Africa and Asia, and states across Europe tend to lobby U.S. officials. I guess you could argue one thing the lobbyists could help with would be U.S. Congress. Now, there are about $350 million worth of armaments which the U.S. is meant to be supplying Nigeria to help on the counterterrorism campaign and all the rest of it. That stuff has got stuck in Congress under Joe Biden because the Nigerian military didn't meet their strictures on accountability and protection of civilians and so on. So I suppose that's one thing the lobbyists are going to do, which is to press U.S. Congress to release that money and to release those arms, for which Nigeria is going to pay, $250 million. And you've got to ask yourself, with the transactional nature of Donald Trump's government, that's selling arms to Nigeria is going to be probably easier under the present U.S. administration than it was under the Biden administration, with its various strictures on who buys arms and what they use them for.
Indeed, and of course, on the other side, looking at the brilliant article that Africa Confidential wrote, on the other side, Biafra-linked groups are also lobbying Washington, calling for sanctions, recognition, and even future military and oil deals. I mean, how seriously are these groups being taken in U.S. policy circles?
Well, serious enough that you've got people like Ted Cruz, who is the conservative senator who chairs the Senate Foreign Relations Committee. He's a big supporter of the Biafra government in exile. He's a big supporter, actually, of the Somaliland.
Yeah, that is the point I was waiting for. He did not say he's a big supporter of Honorable Fulani or Imam Mumugu, according to Rage and Fury. A big supporter of who? The Biafra Republic government in exile. And who is the Prime Minister? His Excellency Ogechukwu Nkere. I don't want to keep on playing it as a past like 10 minutes. So we have to now go into this section. I did not want my audience listening who are not believing in Briggy to hear it from my mouth, or those that will listen to this space later to hear it from my mouth. I wanted them, in case they have forgotten, or those that they are following refuse to enlighten them, that there was an interview in Arise TV by Chris, who interviewed Patrick Smith. And Patrick Smith is a British national. He was giving illuminating assessment on the Biafra Republic, on the performance and outcome of the Biafra Republic government in exile, including the work of our lobbyists, which he said they award extremely effective. So I wanted you to hear it by yourself, to hear from the horse's mouth, that if you are belonging to any other group, because they are all groups, scammers group, and you are not under Biafra Republic government in exile, and you are there claiming how you love Simon Ekpa, you are just fooling yourself. You are the most foolish person on earth. Because our Prime Minister, the first Prime Minister, have said, we are going to do wonders. And the wonders now that we have done, we are not even the one broadcasting it. Foreigners, those that are supposed to be our enemies, are the one speaking the good deeds of the Biafra Republic government in exile. Speaking about the wonders that our government have done and they are still doing till date.
Bam.
You see, it is because of the Biafra Republic government in exile that Nigeria had to go and spend money in lobbying three good different lobbyists,
Biafra,
3 different contracts.
Others follow.
And they are paying billions of dollars to them. You heard when Patrick Smith said they don't even need lobbyists. You see?
Bam.
But something is putting them on toes. And that is the Biafra Republic government in exile. So when you are saying that we are not supposed to elect a new prime minister, you are saying it out of jealousy and stupidity. Because you cannot tell me that you have not read our charter and know what is in our charter. Over 50 million Biafrans participated in our referendum.
Bam.
That number is larger than the population of Canada, even Australia itself.
Cyprus
Yes.
is also 3 billion.
And we ratified it in Latin Finland in December 2nd. Our current Prime Minister, Ogechukwu NKERE, he is also the Briggy lead lobbyist working with Madison and Washington firm DC. So what are we talking? A government needs executive leader, whether you believe it or not. A committee that has been dismembered, a committee that planned a coup against the government can never run a government. The prime minister is the executive authority. So anybody engaging with a committee that was dismembered and also because they planned a coup, that person self don't also have brain. Yes, you don't have brain. If you want to legitimize a coup plotter, a committee that is supposed to be under the government, but this one is, the committee was even dismembered. Yes, so that means you don't have sense. Some of you may say, oh, but there was a Briggy Governing Council that expelled Ogechukwu. Who is Briggy Governing Council? Who instituted the government? In any constitutional system, you cannot expel the head of a government without proper process. You cannot, it's not possible. The prime minister derives authority from the ratified referendum. That's it. You don't have the power to remove or expel the leader of the government. Who are you? It is not possible. So if the council has grievances, what were they supposed to do? There must be a constitutional process to that effect. You cannot just issue a statement as they were flying. Since that time, have you seen them release any memo again in social media? The answer is no. They have gone into hiding. So what they are now holding on to is this lawyer now that they have recruited, just to showcase that they are doing something. But me and you know that they are not doing anything. So I'm going to ask a question because our topic says our freedom is bigger than any one person. This question I want to ask, it may make you very uncomfortable, but it is the truth. That question that some will call, is treasonous, I'm going to ask. Because some of you will be very angry. But it's a question we must answer if we are serious about freedom. If NNAMDI KANU, our leader, is never released from Nigerian detention, can we still win this freedom? Is the question that I'm asking. If Simon Ekpa, our first prime minister, served his full 6 years in Finnish prison, can the movement continue? I have another one. If every current leader we have is arrested tomorrow, does the cause die? I have these 3 questions. Some of you may say, how dare you? How dare you? NNAMDI KANU is a leader. We must free him. Oh, are you right? We should fight. Yes, I know. We should demand justice for every detained leader. But the comfortable or uncomfortable truth I need to hear from you tonight is that if our freedom depends on one person being released from